Lolo reads episode 24, Post-mortem. Beecham, yeah? Is that side okay for you? Yeah, it's fine. Are you sure? I don't mind changing. I'm sure. Marianne sat up in bed and chewed her finger for a moment. You know what I think would be neat? Silence. I saw a sign out on the highway for one of those rent-a-canoe places. We could pack a picnic lunch and rent a canoe and spend a nice, lazy Sunday morning paddling up. What's the name of that river anyway? Big. The Big River? Yeah. Well, that could be improved upon. But I'm an expert paddler and I could recite all the poetry I wrote during my senior year and I have to get back early. I thought you said, Marianne, could we get some sleep? Huh? He rolled away from her, inching closer to the edge of the bed. Marianne remained upright and kept silent for half a minute. Finally, Beecham? What? Are you... What? It doesn't matter. My mind was wandering. What? God damn it. Are you upset about tonight? What the hell do you think? It doesn't matter, Beecham. I mean, it may matter to you, but it doesn't matter at all to me. You were probably just tense. It was a fluke. Terrific. Thank you very much, Dr. Joyce Brothers. I'm only trying to skip it. Will you? You could have had too much to drink, you know. I had 3 fucking scotches. Well, that's enough to skip it. God damn it. Look, Beecham, I personally resent the implication that this was the purpose of the trip. I came up here because I like you. You asked me to help you. Fat lot of good it did. You're just concentrating too hard. I think your troubles with Dee Dee probably... Christ, you have to bring her up? I just thought, I don't want to talk about Dee Dee. Well, what if I want to talk about her, huh? I'm the one who stands to get burnt in this deal, Beecham. I'm the one who's sticking my neck out. You can run home to your penthouse and your wife and your goddamn society parties. I'm stuck with computer dating and singles dances at the goddamn Jack Tar Hotel. She leaped out of bed and headed for the bathroom. What are you doing? Said Beecham. Brushing my teeth. Do you mind? Marianne, look, I can't hear you. The water's running. He shouted. I'm sorry, Marianne. He joined her in the bathroom, standing behind her, stroking her stomach appeasingly. I said I'm sorry. Would you mind getting out of the bathroom? I love you. Silence. Did you hear me? Beecham, you're making me spill the scope. I love you, goddammit. Not here, for God's sake. Yes, here. Beecham, for God's sake, Beecham! She propped her chin on her elbow and studied his sleeping, keen kid face. He was snoring so softly that it sounded like a purr. His right arm, tanned and dark-furred, was flung across her waist. He was talking in his sleep. At first it was gibberish, and then she thought she heard a name. She couldn't make it out, though it wasn't Dee Dee, and it wasn't Marianne. She leaned closer. The sounds grew more obscure. He rolled over onto his stomach, withdrawing his arm from her waist. He began to snore again. She slipped out of bed and tiptoed to the window. The moon was slashing a silvery wake across the ocean. That's a moon river. Her brother Sonny had told her when she was 10. She had believed him. She had also believed that someday she would be Audrey Hepburn and someone would come along to be George Peppard. For the next 2 hours, she sat by the fire and read Nicholas and Alexandra.